In a very few minutes, you will cook with Cecilia Walton from Kreativa Kök, Creative Kitchens. She's a chef and nutritionist, and she educates and inspires people to eat nutritious food and sustainable food. So let's see what Cecilia, Helena, and Matthias are up to in the kitchen. What's going on over there?
Welcome to our lunch session. We are here with Cecilia and Matthias, and what are we about to make for lunch, Cecilia?
Yes, we're going to make a simple soup with white bean and some toppings free of choice. So let's take some of these first. And so the ones of you that wants to join us for cooking, I hope you have prepared your equipment and your ingredients. So let's start cooking.
Please do.
Yeah. So first we're gonna make some small cubes of the onions and the garlic. So just peel the garlic and the onion and then chop it finely. So I'll take this, I think. So actually, if you peel a lot of onions, you can put it in water at first because it's easier to peel off the skin. So.
Do you know which part it is that makes you cry? I heard it is the root.
Yeah, it's when you chop the onion. Sometimes it's when you peel it. It depends on the season. Sometimes the onions are stronger in some seasons. But I have lenses, so I get away. Okay, so
should I follow along?
Yeah, you can do that if you want to.
Are you trusted with a knife, Matthias?
So just small pieces. Watch your fingers. We will blend this with the stick blender. So if you don't make it really finely, it doesn't matter really.
So you can be a little bit larger pieces. That will be okay. Yeah. Perfect. Then I will catch up.
Yeah.
Make 2 pieces.
So
you're really quick.
Yeah, I've done this quite a lot of times, haven't I? So when you are ready with the onion, you just peel 1 or 2 cloves of garlic. I think I have 2 cloves because I like garlic. And I'm left-handed, so you are right-handed, aren't you?
It means that you're smarter than me, I guess.
Yeah, I know. People say so. No. Okay. And when we're making the soup, Matthias will cutting some pepper and tomatoes.
Okay.
So you can just make small cubes.
They will also
you can take 1 pepper, yeah. So we will use that as topping. So when you chop the garlic, I mean, it's a few different ways you can chop garlic. I choose to chop it as I chop the onion.
That sounds good. That's easy. Only one thing to remember.
Yeah, isn't it? So actually, when you use a knife, people are very afraid of keeping the fingers close to the knife, but it's better to do that because then you have control of where the knife is. And keep the tip on the cutting board, because then also have more control of where you put down the knife.
So how big do you want the pepper?
It's not too big. I think that's great.
Yep.
About 1 centimeter something. So we will use it as topping for the soup. So maybe you are ready with the onion, maybe not, but I will put on
the stove
and at quite low heat, so not too much heat because it will get burned easily. So, and I pour some olive oil into the saucepan. And I think it's quite good, so it's cover up the bottom of the saucepan. And then you can just put in the onions to let it fry. And it shouldn't take color, just fry so the aroma will go up in the air. When you feel the aroma, it's frying well. Okay, when you're ready with that, you can just put the pepper on one of those plates.
Okay.
I can have some of your onions too.
Just trying to keep the distance.
Yeah, that's very good.
We have to
that's very
dance
good.
like this.
So you just put the pepper on one dish, and then you take the tomato and do about the same thing.
Okay.
Okay, it's frying a lot here. So the steam is going up from the onions. You don't have to do this for a very long time, just 1-2 minutes or something. And it will get a little soft and nice. So when we have fried this for 1-2 minutes, we just pour in the white beans with the liquid from the can. Just let it go into the saucepan. And then where I have the vegetable stock to go right in as well. So this is 4 portions, so it's quite a lot of soup. But the good thing is that you can have this for the whole week and then just vary with the different toppings. So I turn up the heat so it will get boiling. And then I will just let it simmer for a few minutes. And when when it's simmered for a while, I will use the stick blender. All right. So
now it's going to boil for a little while?
It's going to boil for a while, yes.
So then, why did you choose this dish particularly this for today? Why is this suitable for?
I think it's very suitable because it's easy to make. It's good nutrition. It's tasty. I will put the parsley and sage in it after a while here, and so it's good taste. And then it's good because you can vary it with different toppings, and it's no dairies and no gluten in it, so everyone.
It suits everyone.
It suits everyone.
So that's a good thing. Depending on what you choose for topping as well. Then.
Yeah, but that's a free choice. And one thing that is good, we shouldn't waste too much food. So you can use leftovers from yesterday's dinner, like if you have some chicken leftover or bacon or something. So it's a very good thing to use the things you have in the fridge.
You never ever have bacon leftovers.
Okay.
I agree. No.
Never.
Okay.
Not in my household.
Then you have to make new ones.
And I know you think also that it's important how we eat food in today's, because we're quite stressed today and everything always online.
Exactly.
And
I want to say something first. But while this is simmering, if you have it simmering right now, you can start to prepare your topping. So if you, I mean, I have help here from Matthias, and I have already done something. So, but you are a little bit after me, so I was just going to say that first. Yeah. So, yes, it's very important how we eat, actually, because we always speak about what we eat. But the thing is, our brain can only do one thing at a time. So when we are eating and looking at our cell phone, for example, which is very usual, we give different signals to our brain, and that's not very good for our mental health. So it's just have your meal. At the most, speak to, you know, the ones around you, around the table, but don't do too much things at the same time. So when we are like walking and eating a sandwich, when we are walking in the city and in the streets, we are giving our brain a lot of different.
So you mean that we actually cannot walk and eat at the same time?
Exactly. That's exactly what I mean. Because our brain is not built for that.
And the thing you said about not eating while watching your screen, I have 2 teenage kids at home.
Yeah,
so
I know.
I will force them to watch this.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So I think we should give more priority of our meal, actually, and not only what it's in the meal.
yeah, because also I think today's society we are always online and watching the mobile phones or a screen or something.
Yeah.
Because it's all this thinking physiological and psychological. Why during the pandemic we are home a lot, we sit down, we don't really. How would you say? How would you recommend for if you're home a lot now?
Yeah. To comment that thing too, even we built the relationship with our family, sitting together and eating, and even with our colleagues when we work at the same place. So that's quite important to socialize, and I think many people have noticed at this pandemic that it's quite hard to just be alone all the time and just see each other through the screen. So I think it's take a walk in lunchtime, just about 15-20 minutes with your neighbor or something. Cook something, some lunch, or just because when we cook, we even trigger our appetite. For example, kindergartens or retiring homes is very good when they cook the food at the place, because we help the children or the old people to trigger their appetite. So it's not that good to cater the food to the place, actually.
So this is even better. So it means like when we're cooking dinner at home now, the kid should be in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Ah.
So that's a good thing.
Jonathan and Rebecca, this will be when I get back home, you will be in the kitchen when we are cooking food, and you will not have the cell phone during the dinner. They will hate you for this.
Okay. Okay, so the soup has been simmering for a few minutes now, and I think, how much time do we have, actually?
It depends if people are supposed to eat and then go out for a walk, or also listening to the band. But like 5 minutes?
I use, so we just use the stick blender right now. And so take that out. See, so I go. So some noise here. Well, I think that's about it. If you want it thicker, use less stock, of course. So, just use this, I
Do
think.
people cook more or less at home now when you're
People cook more and bake more. Here in Sweden, people are baking a lot of bread. So I think it's has been more home cooking actually than before. So I have some. I choose some prawns today.
So these are the toppings you can. So
These are the topping.
the soup is
So-
done, right?
Yeah.
So now it's the topping
Yeah,
time.
this is the topping. And it will sink down here, but
What are those?
these are pumpkin seeds, which I have been frying a little bit, so it's a bit roasted. So, and this is some curry. So you can just put some, and this is paprika. So that's about it. And while we were talking here, I forgot the herbs, of course. But you can have it afterwards and just put in. I think something like that.
Looks lovely. Do you cook a lot at home, Matthias?
No, I think this was part of doing this actually. I mean, working from home is so easy to just do a shake, or, you know, the kids like to do a Billy's pan pizza for lunch. And
Yes.
I mean, taking 10-15 minutes to do this instead, and even prepare it so you can have it, seems like a much better idea. I mean, since we started working from home, I actually didn't lose any weight, so it seems like my T-shirt shrunk for the last 6 months.
Let's say they shrunk.
Oh yeah, exactly. Oh, this last year, yeah. So this will be good for me.
Yes.
So this was very quick also. I
It's
mean,
very quick.
it doesn't have to
it's
take
very quick
long
and easy. Easy
make
to make.
And can you
But
just
next time, put the
serve in
when you mix the soup.
Can you just go through? What toppings are? for the
I have
soup?
prawns, mussels, chicken, crispy bacon, sugar snaps, soybeans, tomatoes, and pepper. And then you can have some spices like paprika, curry. I can have some black pepper as well. I think that's in the recipe. And maybe some salt, fling salt.
Wonderful.
That's about that.
Looks nice. I
Perfect.
think we're going to take a break now and eat some. And hopefully some of you cooked the soup, so you're gonna go and enjoy it now. And we will listen to our band as well.
Yes.
And
so
we will be back at 12:55.
yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.